Welcome to all in my channel Ishan Study Adda. Now today we are going to start the next chapter, that is electrolysis according to the ICSE board syllabus. We have studied in acid basis salts about acids and bases and their types. The preparation of salts and properties of salts are not in the syllabus of ICSE semester first board exam. That's why we have not completed the salts part, and we started the electrolysis because electrolysis is one of the most important chapter which becomes a good chance to score the better marks, because it is the good scorer also and also the little bit confusing chapter. So now without wasting any time we start our chapter. I am using the PPT, sorry, not PPT, we are using the whiteboard because we don't have that much time to make PPTs. So kindly cooperate and just understand what we are studied in that slides. So now we are going to start our chapter electrolysis. Electrolysis. So first we dissociate the meaning of chapter. If you want to study chemistry, you need to know about what is the meaning of the chapter, what it signifies, and how we define it. So we break electrolysis as first part is electro and second part is lysis. This is also book given in the book. Lysis का मतलब होता है separation, separate करना. हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों का यूज करेंगे. लाइसिस का मीनिंग होता है सेपरेट करना और टू separate something, separate something, that we call as lysis. Electro means, so it is generally, it is related to flow of electrons. It may be ions. It is generally related to flow of electrons or by the flow of ion. That means it is using the word electrolysis. It is using the word electrolysis. So it may use the electrons or it may also use ions. या फिर हम ये कह सकते हैं फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और फ्लो ऑफ electricity. We called as flow of electrons or we called as a flow of electricity. So it is known as electrolysis. So what we have, understand the definition, the separation of any substance takes place with the help of a electric current. Separation of any substance takes place with the help of electric current or by passing electricity. By passing electricity. So this is the meaning of the electrolysis. The separation of any substance takes place with the help of electric current or by passing electricity is known as electrolysis. Basically यहाँ यदि बात हो रही है इलेक्ट्रिक करंट की, तो इलेक्ट्रिक करंट में जो फ्लो होगा वो आयंस से नहीं, वो सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स से होगा. Because flow of electrons or the flow of charge we known as electric current or electricity in physics, although in chemistry we studied the involvement of ions in the electrolysis, how we studied in our next, but I hope you understand the definition of electrolysis. Now we define the relation. It is the one of the most important question. Electrolysis is a relationship. Electrolysis is what? Electrolysis is a relationship between chemical change and electrical energy. Suppose this question we are, it is a relationship between, किस किस के बीच का relation हो सकता है electrolysis. So it is a relation between a chemical change and electrical energy. Why? We use the electrical energy to produce a new product. For how? Suppose we use a NaCl solution, and when we pass the electric current to the NaCl solution, it breaks into Na plus Cl minus. They both goes at cathode, at anode. One is at anode and another is at cathode. So these substance in general cases cannot be reversible. That's why the change is considered as the chemical change, or we simply say that the use of chemicals in the change, so it is also known as chemical change. It is for our understanding, it is not as the correct definition. So if they ask what is the meaning of electrolysis, it is a relationship between a chemical change and electrical energy. You have to remember this. It might be asked in the MCQs part. So now we have to study the two different things now. First is conductors and another is insulators. It might be insulators or non-conductors. Both are names. Conductors or insulators. Conductors which allow. Insulators which do not allow. Which allow what? Which allow electric current to pass through them, and which do not allow electric current to pass through them. These are insulators and conductors. So what is the example of conductors? All metals are the example of conductors. जितने भी metals होंगे हमारे conductors. वो insulators में plastic, rubber. These are the two most prominent examples. Wood. These are the most three prominent examples of insulator. That means they do not allow the electric current to pass through them. And conductors, all metal which are इसका डिस्क्रिप्शन ज्यादा इसलिए नहीं देंगे क्योंकि आपने और जूनियर क्लास वन में मान के चलो पढ़ के चला हुआ, इसलिए इनको डिफाइन ज्यादा नहीं करेंगे. अब another part is electrolytes and non-electrolytes. We discuss about the important terms only without wasting time. What are electrolytes, non-electrolytes? There is a simple difference between the electrolytes and non-electrolytes, which allow electric current to pass, or which helps in conduction of electrolysis. जो electrolysis के conduction में help. So what is the meaning of non-electrolytes? Which do not allow electric current to pass, or which do not helps in conduction. For example, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स का हो गया आपका ये सॉल्यूशंस, जितने भी हमारे सॉल्यूशंस हैं वो किसके एग्जाम्पल हो जाएंगे, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स के। इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स के सॉल्यूशन एग्जाम्पल कौन कौन से हो सकते हैं आपके, एसिड्स हो सकते हैं आपके, बेसिस हो सकते हैं आपके, सॉल्ट्स हो सकते हैं, ये सारे किसके एग्जाम्पल होंगे, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स के। और नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स का आपका शुगर सॉल्यूशन बन गया, शुगर सॉल्यूशन। दूसरा आपका बन गया कार्बन टेट्राक्लोराइड CCl4 इन इट्स लिक्विड फॉर्म, कार्बन टेट्राक्लोराइड आपका एग्जाम्पल बन गया। उसके बाद है डिस्टिल्ड वाटर, डिस्टिल्ड वाटर एक आपका एग्जाम्पल बन गया यहाँ पे। एक अल्कोहल एक आपका एग्जाम्पल बन गया यहाँ पर। एक केरोसिन एक एग्जाम्पल बन गया। उसके बाद ये बन गया CH2 कार्बन डाइसल्फाइड। उसके बाद बन गया आपका केन शुगर और शुगर सॉल्यूशन एक ही हो गया बेंजीन ग्लूकोज यूरिया, बेंजीन glucose and urea. These are the example of non-electrolytes. Acids bases salts, acids bases salts में भी कौन कौन से एसिड, स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड्स, वीक एसिड्स, स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस, वीक बेसिस, स्ट्रॉन्ग सॉल्ट्स एंड वीक सॉल्ट्स। स्ट्रॉन्ग सॉल्ट और वीक सॉल्ट होते हैं, सॉल्ट्स दो तरह के होते हैं, तीन तरह के होते हैं, न्यूट्रल, एसिडिक और बेसिक। ये तीन तरह के जो सॉल्ट्स होते हैं ये भी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स का काम, दे वर्क एज ए इलेक्ट्रोलाइट। अब for acids and bases they defined as strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. So we don't need to remember the what is the meaning of strong electrolyte, what is the meaning of weak electrolyte. We need to remember that they are likewise the strong acids and weak acids, but there is a change of acid, or we can say acid replaced with the electrolyte. This is the main difference. Strong electrolytes are those which completely ionized in the forms of ion, or weak electrolytes are those which ionize in molecules plus ion. They are considered as weak electrolytes and strong electrolytes. What are the strong electrolytes? Strong acid, strong bases, and strong salts are considered as the strong electrolytes. Weak acid, weak base, weak salts are considered as the weak electrolytes. So we have the strong electrolytes, weak electrolytes in this case. So you will able to learn the strong or weak electrolyte, or I discuss the examples of strong or weak electrolytes. Let us discuss about examples of strong and weak electrolytes, or we also discuss about their difference in the later. Now first we discuss about the difference between metallic conductor, which is the important part, and electrolytic conductor. Electrolytic conductor, metallic conductor and electrolytic conductor. So first point, it is done by flow of electrons. Metals में जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का फ्लो होता है वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होता है, इतना बात कह सकते हैं. We have to remember the one thing, the flow of electrons is help us to conduct the electricity in metallic conductor, and the electrolytic conductor, it is done by flow of ions. Ions are of two types, positive ion and negative ion. Both ion required for the conduction of current in the electrolytic conductors. As we know the C to C and A to A, cations moves toward cathode, anions moves towards anode. This is the first difference. Now the second most important difference is metallic conductor है. If we talk about metallic conductor, it is the property of metals. It is the property of metals and alloys, as alloys are made up of metals. Second, electrolytic conductor is formed by the ionic bonding. Electrolytic conductors formed by the ionic bonding elements or ionic bonding compounds. So it is the property of electrovalent compounds. We have to remember as the important point, electrolysis use which type of compounds or which types of compounds property electrolytic conductor have. So it have the properties of electrovalent compound. It having the properties of electrovalent compound. Now we have the next part is point number third. Metals occurs in solid, liquid, both solid and liquid state, both. That means good conductor of electricity, good conductor of electricity. Now electrolytes, good conductor of electricity in fused or aqueous state, they are good conductors. Fused means semi molten state, like wax, like wax. Now next is, there is a physical change or physical process occurs. It is an important part. They ask in metallic conductors, there is a which type of change takes place in metallic conductor. It is a physical change or a chemical change or a physical process or a chemical process. So it is a physical process because there is no new substance formed. In the case of metallic conductor, current will flow, and if we stop the current, then conductor's state does not change, it remains the same. There is only current intensity will change. Therefore, this is a physical change or a physical process. But in electrolytic conductor, there is a chemical change. Chemical change because we get new substances. Because we get new substances. That is why this is a chemical change. Now, point number fifth. Okay. So now we stop our this part as if now we start this video as ये ज़्यादा बड़ी ना हो जाए. It becomes more vast or larger video, so it enables to helps you to study in a more effective way. So I'll try to make the parts of this video. So you have completed till this part. Now I'm going to discuss electrolysis, electrolytes, strong weak electrolytes example, how we remember it in the next part. Thank you for watching, and bye bye, and best of luck for your exams.